All right, welcome back to real-time watercolor painting where, well, let's see, we gotta hurry up and do this. This pear probably gonna get rotten. And I just noticed this right here. It looks like a splotch of water got on there and destroyed our little area here. First thing I want to do is either get rid of that or just make it a lot lighter. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. This is Arch's hot press. It might go somewhere, I'm not sure. I'm going to take a little bit of gray and sort of, let's see if we can just kind of spread it around a little bit. Okay, well that doesn't look too bad. And then it's kind of like darker down in this area. Try to go darker right here. I am going to actually, let's see, there's like a I don't know why the water's not sticking to that one spot. Okay, stuck. And I'd like to keep some white there, but there is not really any white there. So, I mean, as far as the reference goes, I'm just going to pull this down here. And then should be light right there, but I'm going to try to make that a negative space white. Just try to get rid of this little bump, okay. And I'm going to blend that all together. That's too much water for that particular task. That looks pretty good, so let me just follow through with that. And then right here, there's a highlight, which we're probably not going to be able to get because we had the accident drop right there. This thing looks terrible as drop, but whatever. Gotta just ignore it for this moment here, and we need a super dark thing right here to say this is an area closest to the viewer. So let's see about trying to get high contrast right here because high contrast is what's going to make it look close to the viewer. So here, this can be lower contrast right here. Just going to try to that looks all right. And you know, try a little thing coming up right here because we're trying to look soft metallic here. So here. And try to get this softer. This is just going to be like a fuzzy. Hi, welcome to Real Time Watercolor Painting. I see we have a few people here. And, well, we're just trying to go, what would be good right here is just to see if we could take out a little bit of this paint here, because then if we have a little fuzzy highlight right here, that could assist us in our attempt to have this look like some kind of so yeah, let's see, that's and I think it's a good time to maybe soften this whole deal, including over there. And now let's see, and this, we could get rid of some of that possibly. It's not going away. And so this is supposed to be the glass here. When this dries, we want to get another line that's going to come all the way down here to represent the front of the glass. And you know, I didn't really like this dot we had here, but whatever. It's watercolor, so there's a lot of that's little things like that will help us to say, hey, we're a watercolor. I'm going to try to sort of continue the rim right here. And yeah, that looks pretty continued. And now we should do the pear here as negative space. So I'm just going to try to grab a yellow green. And let's see if we can't get a nice tight edge for the pear. That looks good. I really don't want to have anything that looks like a line, which we just did there, but I'm going to go a little more gray green, and try to get right here. The pear looks really horrible, but you know, if we get a few more layers on here, we can get a better representation. I guess I'm gonna see about like highlight right here. Just let's see what happens. Didn't really work. Now we gotta get these golden brown splotches that are and the perfect starting color is this paint, which we hardly have any left on the palette. I don't know if we have any in the tube. This is my second most used color after Hansa Yellow. And I did use up my Hansa Yellow, but this one's called Aussie Red Gold, kind of a luminescent. So here now we got this. That's supposed to be that, and you know, you really could have more burnt umber in there, but you know, if we keep it this way, it's gonna have a lot more pop than if we keep trying for a real color match. Here I'm just going to put some like little dots everywhere we want that stuff, and then we are going to add other we'll make it lighter, number one, and then add some other tones to something like this line there. I don't know if we even want a line there. Let's give it a try, but suspicious of that. So you know, this looks terrible since it's all the same tone, and you know, this should be closer than that, but you know, just now that we laid it down, we can sort of start you know, giveth and taketh away, I guess you could say. And you know, this will leave kind of like that because it is you know, closest to the viewer, so we want that contrast in there. Up here we are slightly farther from the viewer, and I guess we just gotta, let's see about taking this over there. And now I'm gonna try to get Little yellow halo happening up here. That looks great. Hope we could get something else that good elsewhere in the painting here. I'll add some yellow right here. And, you know, we did attempt if you were here last time, we were attempting a highlight right there, which, you know, you can see it's kind of, yeah, I'd like to smear this around too. Thing about a hot press, this is cold press, the smearing we're trying to do here would just be a simple process. Since it's hot press, it's sort of clinging to the, you know, clinging to the paper and sort of like set there. So here I got just a weird green. I'm going to see about just coming right here with the weird green, because I'm not seeing the differentiation that we need, the contrast between, you know, the pear and the, what do you call it? Here I want to get just a hint of yellow orange in the reflection. I'm just going to take this, whatever that is. So that is supposed to be a reflection in there, and the actual you know, thing there is more orange, but see if we add just a touch of red here, if that was going to help us out. Okay, did sort of, and this I'm going to count on that to just disperse. Let's see about just help this out a little bit. This is looking bad. The pear's looking bad, but you know, what we're trying to do is get it up to a certain level of development, and then say goodbye to this whole painting and move on to something else. Get the big, okay, that's cool. I guess here we could, I'm just gonna put a violet right here just for the heck of it, just to get some variety color in there. I don't know if that really was a good idea, but you know. And then we gotta do something with that stem. By having a couple different tones in the stem, you get a better illusion of you know, a 3D quality than you would have if it was all one tone. So I got that in 3 different places, and you know, this actually has like a golden green, so I'm gonna just exaggerate that, and let's just see if we can get a little green right here. That looks kind of good. I don't like the white there. And then I guess we could just put a hint of the green right here. So see, now we got like 4 colors happening, and the stem looks a lot more 3D than it would if we just had a single color right there. And yeah, that looks pretty good, and I would like this to be a little bit more fuzzy. It might be too late for that process, but let's see if we can make this edge a little fuzzier. Looks a little fuzzier, maybe. Definitely has more of a look of hi, I'm a reflection, right? And you know, again, if this was cotton paper, I mean, not cotton paper, cold press paper, we could rub right here and get a super nice highlight. I don't know if that's gonna work. Might, because this is pretty fresh paint right there. So let's just see about Okay, so having that highlight there should help us a little bit to say, hi, I'm a pear and I'm in front of that stuff which is, behind, right? I don't know. Okay, and then that's the darn rim of the glass. It's unfortunate, but uh, we can try to get a little touch off there. Oh, that's so great. I guess all right. Okay, down here, you know what? I think hi Corey, are you still here? Well, maybe you left. Sorry to hear about your sister. That's tragic news. I hope you can uh, have your my condolences. I'm just gonna try to take a green, which should maybe be an echo of this thing here. Let's just see if we just get a green going here. If that, let's just say hi. We're an echo of the the whatever that's called, the pear. Just about 1 year, I lost both my parents within an 8 month period. So it is a big adjustment when someone close to you passes. Okay, now we're gonna try. We got a lot of development on that glass. We're gonna try to get a little more here. This looks pretty dumb the way the pear. It's kind of like floating there. I mean, it's not really grounded. Uh, there is a sliver of the pear we see uh, through the rim of the glass that's right there, but it's not very well represented. I'm just going to try to see if we can come down here. I'm just going to maybe go here. These are bold strokes, but I'm getting impatient. Let me cover that a bit. And I'm going to try, I guess, like, I don't know, let's try like right here. I'm just going to run right straight down. So this is a bit of poetic license, but if we're lucky, it could look like a highlight on the front of the glass. If we're not lucky, it's going to look like heck. Okay, it looks a little bit like a highlight in the front of the glass. Try the same thing right here. even though we have painstakingly painted all that stuff back there. And this, you know, is way off from the reference, so this I just wanted to get softer, and I think I would just leave a little highlight right there, and the rest let's get it all softer. And then this is our little poetic license highlight we just made, and I guess we're going to come down here just to magnify that. Let's come in here just to get this softer. And why not? Let's see if we can't get just a little baby highlight right here. And then we really want to get a dark down here. I don't know if this moment is the time to do it. We need a super dark right here and a super dark right there. And possibly we can, I don't know, like in here somewhere, this or here. But it's better to do that if it's dry. I was thinking right around here we'd like some more definition in this alleged ice. So, see if we can just get a little bit of having like a striking dark in a good strategic spot is what we really want to, you know, make this really pop. Like, you know, I mean, I don't know if it really looks that great personally, but we just got it. It's our new thing. I should cut, maybe have this a little bit fill in. Probably could do one of those highlights like right here. Let's see, maybe right here. Same as we did in that other, I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to find out. Okay, especially down here it looks good. Then we said we want a darker dark. I'm going to make this a warm dark just for the heck of it. Good. Okay, and is that good there? I don't know. Then let's have here we're just putting a foil next to our little fake highlight we just put in there, and also we wanted to have a good strong dark right there. Let's see if we can do that. That's going to be a warm dark also. All right, here goes. This is very, very important brush stroke here. Okay, that's cool, but now and then a couple different areas like right there, and then here we really want to just find some place to, you know, really say, hey, we are the metallic object. I don't know if that's the place, but let's just see. That's not bad. And then how about we have one more over here? Okay, it's shaping up a little bit metallic, and then I think we could see about just have one right here. Super fine. or maybe I should get a tiny brush. Let's get a tiny brush and just see. Um, I found this brush recently, and thanks for 2 thumbs up. I'm doing like we want to just have a super hairline on the interior of the I'm gonna do a practice one because it's a make or break. It's not really is. That one looks good. Okay, if we can get that, I'll be happy. All right. Is this dry? Okay, here goes. All right. Is that it? Okay, looks good, I guess. And maybe up here, I don't know, just to the hell of it. I mean, the heck of it. I don't want to get carried away, but let's see if we can get a hair right there. I don't know if that was good. I think that was not too good, but whatever. All right, you know, we didn't expect anything looking perfect, so let's see if we can get something right here. That's the alleged highlight. This is a bit of poetic license because I'm pretty much just making this up as I go along. I need this to connect to that. Let's say warm gray. That looked good. Do we dare continue the warm gray up here? That looks pretty good. Okay, well, golly, I guess we're getting something done. Thanks everybody who stopped by. Real-time watercolor painting today, where we are fumbling around trying to do this still life. And I appreciate the 2 thumbs up. You got a little bit of the glassy look. And see everybody next time. Big appreciation.